Hey, Dr. Fleming here, and I just want to let you know that submission is everything. Submission is everything. And guess what? It's required almost everywhere. A basic definition of submission is the act of submitting to authority. We submit to authority almost everywhere with our bosses, with the rules on the job, with school, with CEOs. We submit to the laws of the land, to the IRS, to the authority of our parents, the police, even to doctors, therapists, coaches, to pastors, to leaders. It's almost everywhere that we submit to authority. If we use a real estate agent to purchase a home, we submit to the authority of the real estate agent. So, why is it taboo when we talk about submitting to God or submitting to our husbands? I always like to keep this metaphor, this picture in mind. Whenever I serve my husband a cup of coffee, I imagine that I am giving this cup of coffee, that I'm submitting to and serving God the cup of coffee. I am handing the coffee to God, right? The key word regarding submission is authority. When it comes to submitting to our husbands, we submit to the authority in them, in essence, the God in them. Therefore, this eliminates the thought and rules out submitting to our husbands in the context of yielding to a man or to control or to sin or abuse. This is why it is so important that men follow God's instructions to love and cherish your wives as Christ loves the church. The Father knows that if a wife is to submit to God and her husband, he must present and govern himself as God. Selah. Before we can truly submit to any authority, we must submit to the authority of the Holy Spirit, who leads and guides us into all truth, convicts us of sin, and orders our steps and governs our actions. So, if you can't submit to the authority of the Holy Spirit, then you definitely can't submit to any other authority, whether it be your husband or a CEO, a parent, a pastor, a leader. You can't submit to any other authority. The Holy Spirit is the ultimate authority. God has all power in heaven and in earth, and the fear of God is the beginning of all wisdom. I submit to my husband and obey those who have rule over me because I have the fear of God. God is authority, right? There's power in doing it God's way. There's power in doing it God's way. God's way is the best way. God is a God of order, and there must be private order before public success. Submitting to his authority is order. Taste and see. Great is your reward in doing it God's way. So do it God's way. God bless you.